So tonight is the workshop for, hi Caroline, workshop for intuitively working with crystals to help your intuition. And you may or may not agree with the crystals I've chosen, and that's perfectly fine. Because these crystals, I'm going to talk about 4 crystals tonight that I particularly am drawn to work with for meditation and intuition work. But this is just because they're my 4 that I prefer to work with. Hello ladies. So we're going to just give it another minute or so before everybody gets on to the workshop. If you have got any crystals, then go and grab them. If you've got any that you particularly like to work with, hi Nick, to working with meditation and intuition based stuff, then that's great. Hi Hannah, nice to see you darling. I don't know, I lost my trail of thought there. I'm a bit hippied out because I've got a few crystals in front of me. So like I said, what I'm going to do is talk through about 4 crystals that I am drawn to for working with for intuition and meditation work. Talk to you a little bit about those 4, and then also at the end I'm going to take you through a little bit of a guided meditation to connect with a crystal and to help with your intuition. So if you have got some crystals, go and grab them. If you want a glass of water, great, pen and paper if you want to take any. So yes, hopefully we'll get started. It is 7:30. I'll give it another minute, like I said. If you want anybody to remember to come on this, then just tag them in the comments below. Give me a wave comment, say hello, whatnot. What was I going to fill you in on? I have put some other events on, guys, in, if you watch me hair, it's moving a bit, it's not strapped down. If you go into the events section on the page, you have to excuse my voice because it's a bit dodgy this week. You can, hi Gail, you can have a look at the events. I've got a few more set up for the next few weeks ahead. I think next week's has got a new moon workshop in. So hopefully you can all join me for that. And then I think there was an essential oils one. I can't remember. So take a look at the events and see what's there, guys. Okay, so we shall get started then. So like I've said, I'm going to talk you through 4 different crystals that I am personally drawn to for working with in meditation and for intuition work. Now, the best piece of advice that I can give you with crystals is go with what you're drawn to, because it's all well and good me telling you these 4. It's more just because I want to talk about the 4 that I really like, I suppose. But it's also a fact with crystals that you may well feel drawn to a particular one, or you may feel almost adversely affected by a certain one. So, for instance, somebody might pick up a piece of amethyst, for instance, and think it's amazing, they love it, it's great. Then you may pick up a piece of, what's got going on here? What am I not overly drawn to? Dark question, most of them I love. Probably haven't got any. So, for instance, jasper. I'm not necessarily drawn to jasper, some people are. So, with crystals, it's very much about you will feel an energy. And by energy, I mean you will pick a crystal up, or you will look at a crystal. You may be able to take your gaze away from it. You feel like you need to keep coming back to it. When you hold it in your hand, you might feel a slight tingling, you might feel a warmth. You might feel a sudden rush of emotions. There's so many different ways to describe energy as well. You may almost feel like a crystal might be glowing when you look at it as well. So you might be drawn to it in that sense. So I can tell you quite a lot about crystals and talk the hind leg off a donkey about how many of them are my favourite, which I'm probably going to tell you each one of them is my favourite. But it's entirely up to you. What you are drawn to is what you need. And sometimes the ones that you pick up and you think, no, I don't like that, it's probably because you do need it as well. So you really need to get attuned to your crystals to understand and learn from them as well. So I'm just going to talk you through 4 that I really like working with and why. And then we should do a little guided meditation with it if you've got any yourself. Okay, so the first one I'm going to talk to you about is selenite. So selenite, this is a selenite sphere. Let me, probably this light is a bit bright. Right, that just looks like a moon, doesn't it? Let me just pop that up there. Yeah, you probably can't see the difference there, can you? And then this is a selenite wand. Oh, that might look a bit better. There we go. And this is a selenite tower. I love selenite, hence all of that. Okay, so selenite. Personally, for me, I find that this is a really great one that I use when I'm working with energy healing, so doing things like Reiki. It's a really good aura cleanser. So if you find at the end of the day you're feeling quite bogged down by other people's energies that you've picked up, you're feeling a little bit almost like you need a shower, if you know what I mean. Selenite is great for cleansing the aura, so literally sweeping it through the aura, sitting with it and sitting with it. It's great for clearing the stagnant energy. It's a great tool for meditation. It's almost like we'd burn sage or Palo Santo in that way to clear the air, literally, clear any energies from around us. This acts like that. There's a great app called Stone I suggest you all get because it's great. It's got some great descriptions, and I particularly like the one about selenite, and I've written it down because I like to get this just right. So on working with selenite before other crystals is a bit like foreplay, often wildly necessary, highly enjoyable, and sometimes better than the main event. So crystals like selenite are a path clearer. They are an opening show. They are, let's get your energy stored. You start connecting with guides, angels, etc., etc. It's also a really good crystal for working with the moon phase. So it's closely related to your crown chakra. So it's one of those that's almost like when the moon's illuminating down on you. I might have lost a bit of connection there, so I do apologise. So with selenite as well, I find this is particularly good when if you are feeling quite anxious or you are feeling like you just need to ground yourself and bring yourself back down to earth a little bit too. Place a piece of selenite on your chest and lie down and do some deep breathing, because I know when I've worked with people doing Reiki before, when I'm using this at the end of a treatment to really sort of plump the aura, people say that they feel like this calmness come over their breathing. Selenite is one of those things that it clears your crown chakra, but it clears it ready to be working. It's sort of like, I don't know, when you haven't used something for a long time and you have to take it all apart and put it back together. That's what selenite's all about. So this selenite is one of the go-to ones I'd suggest to get if you need something to kind of get you in the right headspace for starting to work more intuitively. So it's a really good sort of good crystal to start with. Like a toolbox of crystals to start off with. This beauty is your go-to, really. It's one of those that if you think, okay, I don't know which way I'm going with crystal, I would recommend selenite might be a good choice for you to start with. It is one you cannot submerge this in water, it will dissolve. Okay, so be very careful with that, whereas others you can do. What else was there? There was something else that I wanted to say to you about selenite. It's probably going to come back to me, but like I said, it's really good for calming, for clearing anybody else's negative shit away from you, ready for you to work intuitively. So grab yourself some selenite because I like it. The next thing that I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, I do apologise for my voice, it's angelite. So it's this really smooth, don't look at the nails, I've been in the garden as well, smooth, oh, my signal's back, okay. So this one, like I said, angelite connects to your angel realm as well, so it's really good for healing and guidance whilst in meditation. It's very tranquil, it's got very soft and smooth energy to it. It supports your, it supports your immune system, it supports also your nervous system. And when it supports your nervous system, it helps your lung functioning as well, because when you're relaxed, you breathe better. When we are anxious, we have short, sharp, shallow breathing. When your nervous system is supported, as angelite does, it relaxes and your breathing is relaxed and you can take deeper in breaths, you're able to clear and focus your mind a lot better, which will then in turn help your meditation. Now, a lot of meditation will involve you connecting with spirit guides, angels, celestial beings, or it can just be a case of focusing on a place to relax your mind. If that is what you need, if that relaxation and healing is what you need, then Angelite is the crystal for you. It's often referred to as the stone of awareness, both on a physical plane and spiritually as well. So it can help boost your telepathic communication, and it can also make you see things a little bit more clearly on the physical plane too. So it's only been discovered in the last 35 years, so it's not got like a mass of history behind it. But people are starting to work more and more with Angelite now. It's got a very smooth, sort of soft feeling to it. It's really hard to describe it. There's a beautiful energy with Angelite, and it's a really good one that if you think, my mind's too overactive and I'm really interested in more of the angel realm work, then Angelite is the girl for you. Okie dokie. So my third one that I'm going to talk to you about is Howlite, and I've just realised they've all the ones that I'm going to talk to you about end in "ite," so that says something. So Howlite. So this crystal looks like a piece of marble. She's going to say, well, if I got the lighting right, you might be able to see it. So you see that's like a piece of marble. You probably can't because I'm obviously not like a trained technician when it comes to being on the stage here. Yeah, you can kind of get the gist of that. So this really resonates with your brow and crown chakra. So if you've got need to focus a wandering mind, or if you need help in spiritual transformation, this is your gal, okay? When using this crystal in meditation, you may feel like you've almost been whisked away to like the top of a mountain. It gives you a clear perspective on things. So it allows you to go out of the chitter chatter of your brain and view things from a different perspective. It slows down the physical body so it can support your mental alertness as well. So this is what I am. Yay, woo! This one is great for connecting the crown and third eye chakras, okay? It often supports the approach to mindfulness, and if you're feeling particularly sort of blindsided by things, if you can't see the wood for the trees, then Howlite is your one to kind of give you some clarity and focus. It's a great tool for meditation, that's because of that. So it's one of those that removes any sort of, anything that's blocking your vision, shall we say. It will help you through a process of different emotions too, and it will it will bring some peace to your emotions, and it will also aid contentment as well. So not only is this great for opening up your top two chakras, this crystal is also a perfect one for easing an overactive mind. One that is sort of consumed by extra activities going on around them, by everybody else's nonsense, or one that just can't shut off. So Howlite and a selenite together is like a double whammy, really, for meditation and for intuition work. And the fourth crystal that I'm going to talk to you about, fourth and final one before we go into a meditation, is, I'm probably buy it, well no, see I love selenite, I'm going to tell you I love all of them, but celestite. Now Pauline, I've seen you just cropped up, you bought a piece of beautiful selenite, celestite even, off me, didn't you? So here is celestite. Now she is probably not going to show up brilliantly. Let's sort this out here. Here we go. Let's see if that makes a difference. Or maybe. I don't know. Yeah, boy. There she is. So celestite is almost, it looks like a blue amethyst, really. She's gorgeous. I love celestite. So she is great for any support during a spiritual journey, causing love and light of the angelic realm. It's a really great antidepressant too, and it's brilliant for protection whilst we sleep from our dreams as well, okay? So keeping this by your bed is great because It will help you with angelic connections whilst you sleep, but also as a protective force field, because obviously when we sleep we can attract negative entities. It also connects with a beautiful sky and heavens element. So, oh, there you go, you can see the glitteriness of that. So, because it comes from the word celestial, obviously it means sky, it means heavenly, it's divine, it's ethereal. So if you ever wanted a more hippie crystal, celestite is probably your gal, to be honest. Hi, Brenda. So celestite, when you're working with celestite, it's not going to feel like, boom, hey, here's a crystal and we've got all your guides coming at you. Celestite is a very sort of slow, calming energy. And you'll feel, whenever you work with celestite, you'll feel sort of compassion and calmness wash over you. And it really is one of my major go-to crystals at any time. One, I'm really drawn to the blue colour of it. But two, it's just got something, I don't know, it's just got such a beautiful, soft energy to it. It's really great for rounding up your soul fam, so all your angels, guides, animals, spirits, etc, etc. It will bring them all to the party, so to speak. So when you are meditating, they will all come, but it's not going to be like, boom, here we are, here's the message we've delivered. It's going to be more of a case of, okay, we're going to help guide you to where you need to go. Really good for working with the angelic realms, these ones. Celestite as well, it's particularly good for anxiety, as a lot of actually the crystals I've mentioned are. A lot of these crystals are primarily about calming and focusing the mind to then enable you to get to that more meditative state where your intuition will be heightened. So these crystals are particularly good if you're anxious, if you're suffering with stress and things like that as well, overactive mind. So I would really pump celestite because, I mean, she's lush. Look at her. Oh God, she's sexy, right? There's a smaller piece there, which you probably can't see the colour of because lighting is just not my forte. But with any of these crystals, like I said, just because these are the ones that I'm drawn to, doesn't mean that they'll work for everybody. They will do in some respect, but maybe not in the same respect that I have described to you. It is just a journey on your own with crystals, and I think, yes, it's great to listen to what everybody else uses and why, etc. But what you feel from a crystal may be very different to what I feel from a crystal. Now, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about connecting with your crystals in the sense of meditating with them, and we will go into a short meditation as well. Crystals are one of those things that you don't need to have hundreds upon thousands of them, but most people who like crystals, like myself, probably have got quite a few. But you've just got to have some chosen pieces you are drawn to, okay? So when I meditate, I will either tend to place a piece of whatever my chosen crystal is on my chest, either on my heart chakra, or I will place it on my third eye, on my brow chakra. And then I will take myself into a meditative state, whether that means listening to a guided meditation on YouTube or just listening to some relaxation music and then taking myself into a meditative state. And then I come out of it and I keep that crystal by my bed maybe for that night, might help encourage dreams or also bring back anything that I may have missed during my meditation. However you choose to use your crystals is entirely up to you. You can hold them, you could lay out crystals all the way down your chakras, you could make a circle of crystals around you, you know, protective circle, which is also very great. It's entirely up to you. There are no right or wrong, there are no rules to crystals. You get drawn to what you're drawn to, you pick them up, you feel an energy and you work with it. If you don't get nothing, you don't get nothing, okay? It is just a beautiful spiritual journey working with crystals, and there are so many out there that I could probably sit here and talk to you all day about them, but that was not the aim of the game. Today was just to talk you through a couple that I really enjoy using for meditation and intuition work. And so what we're going to do now is, if you have got any crystals of your own, we're going to go into a bit of just a short sort of 10-15 minute guided meditation. I'm going to talk you through a meditation that will just quickly balance your chakras. And then I'm going to take you into a relaxation healing garden, I think is where we're going to go tonight. And we're just going to see what comes through for you. Now, if you want to hold your crystal, that's fine. If you want to lie down and place a crystal on your head, at your toes, on your stomach, on your chest, do whatever you will. I'm going to turn the camera to face my crystals just in case you haven't got any and you want to maybe just gaze at mine whilst we're doing this. I would recommend you close your eyes during this because you will get a more relaxed state. So I'm going to try and aim to do this now without wrecking the whole setup here. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to see. Here we go. So. Okay, so I want you to get yourself comfy, guys. Lie down, hold your crystals. And now once you're comfortable, I want you to take a slow breath in. Slowly release. A slow deep breath in and slowly release. Now just take some really deep slow breaths. And I want you to visualize a beautiful bright white light coming down over your head, around your shoulders and down your arms. And this white light all the way around your chest, your torso, down your thighs, around your legs and down to your feet. And then this white light is a protection light and it's a healing light. And I want you now just to visualize yourself stood in the middle of a field. And this field is like a meadow, it's got lots of beautiful wildflowers, bumblebees, butterflies. And over to the right hand side of your field you see there's a beautiful bench just by a stream. Make your way over to the bench and you take a seat. Call upon your guides, spirit animals, angels and celestial beings to be with you and support you on your journey. I want you to draw your attention to the base of your feet whilst you're sat on this bench. You see beautiful thick brown roots growing into the ground. They go deep into the ground and they are grounding you and protecting you with Mother Earth. I want you to take your awareness to the base of your spine, to the root chakra where you'll see a beautiful red energy. This red energy gets bigger and brighter. Then take your focus up to your sacral chakra just below your belly button. There's a beautiful orange glow. And this energy gets bigger and brighter. Your focus then moves to your solar plexus just beneath the rib cage. the yellow ball of energy. Just spinning, and it gets bigger and it gets brighter. Focus is then taken up to your heart chakra. Just in your chest, you see this beautiful emerald green glow. And this glow gets bigger and brighter. And that moves up to your throat chakra, where you see a beautiful sky blue colour. This colour gets bigger, fills your neck and your shoulders. Then focus on your third eye, your brow chakra, where you see a beautiful deep indigo blue. This colour gets bigger and brighter. Your awareness then moves up to your crown chakra, where you see a beautiful purple amethyst colour. And this colour builds and builds, and it gets bigger and envelops you in this beautiful rain of purple. In front of you, you're aware of a white haze. Almost like a cloud, just about 6 feet away from you. This cloud is your guide. You may take on a human form, animal form, angel form, or it may simply stay as an energy form in front of you. You'll be left now with your guide for a couple of minutes, in which you can ask it questions or simply just be in its presence. Just stay in this space for a couple of minutes and enjoy the time with your guide. Your guide may leave you a gift or hand you something to take back with you from this experience. You say your goodbyes and you know that this is not the last time you will meet this energy. You acknowledge its presence, you say goodbye, and you release any negative energy for your guide to transmute The white phase in front of you just trickles away into the distance. Oh, right behind your bench there is now a wall, the brown wooden door. And this wooden door brings you back into the physical realm. As you stand up from your bench, take a last look at the meadow. You walk towards the wooden door. As you take a deep breath in and release slowly. As you put your hand on the door to push it open, you know as you step through to the other side, you walk back in your physical body. Push open the door and take a deep breath in and release. Step through the door, take a deep breath in and release. Now I want you just to slowly wiggle your fingers and your hands and just come back into the physical room. Right guys, I hope you enjoyed connecting there with any guides or energies, and I hope you enjoyed working with crystals and learning a little bit about the four that I really am drawn to using for meditation and intuition work. If you did experience anything in that meditation and you'd like to message me and I give you a bit of feedback on it, then please by all means do so. And I hope you really have a great rest of your weekend. I shall see you next week for the other workshops that we've got on. Thank you for joining me. Bye guys.